Isn't that beautiful? On course. So I'm halfway done my climbing for the day. About 16k into a 32k day. And my knee is busted. Right now I have an easy downhill grade and I can barely run. I feel like I'm making excuses. But I'm not quite sure how I'm even going to get to the end of today, let alone the end of the tour. And today's an easy day. It's only 32k. Tomorrow's a brutal 47. And if I can't run, I'm not quite sure how I'm making any refuges on time before dark or not running out of food along the way. So yeah, never thought I'd be a person to talk to a camera, but here I am. So a few things I drastically underestimated despite months of reading and research and videos and threads and conversations. One, the impact of a fully weighted pack and the injury, the IT band that I thought I had under control and in good shape again, but my IT band got aggravated in the first 5 kilometers. Not cool. Obviously didn't have a handle on it, despite how the last few weeks of training went. 2, spend a lot of time stopping to take pictures and videos and take it all in. Which adds a lot of extra time, but I guess why be here if you're not going to do that? Maybe I'll just get used to these views at some point, but they're so incredibly beautiful. can't help but stop and take them in. 3, did expect to have a little bit of jet lag, and I still do. Altitude's impacting things a little bit more than expected. Not bad, but I know I'm breathing heavier than I should be in certain areas. I'm more than well trained for cardio wise, so that's most likely a combination of altitude and jet lag. I really wish I could run right now because this is a beautiful area to run. Buffed out, nice views, but 100 meters of running is enough to aggravate things. I don't want my knee to lock. There's the top. Climb. Okay, managed to tape my knee at the last refuge. It seems to be a little better. I'm just climbing, so I can't fully tell if it's gonna let me run again yet or not. Even if I can descend without pain, it would be a huge help. So I'll move faster. Also underestimated the heat. Yeah. Climbs are pretty challenging, but fitness feels good. And there's that. Oh. Wow. That. It's like Contamine. which I was glad to find had KT tape. Some things I needed to hopefully get me through tomorrow. Grabbed a Coke. Have a baguette in my quiver, which was a rather smart way to store it, I thought, because I have no more room in my pack. The scents have been still brutal. My KT tape held up for about 5 minutes, but while it did, it was feeling actually pretty good. So after, I'm hoping I'm able to shower and cut all the hair off my legs, I can tape it properly now that I have scissors and more KT tape, because I had to keep trying to reapply new pieces. That maybe tomorrow has some hope after all. In the meantime, I have about 5K left for the day, but one brutal climb. Yeah, 4.5K. So I can suffer through that for sure. It's been a long enough slog already, but it's definitely the longest it's ever taken me to run 32K, but that's okay. I'm not here to worry about time, as long as I make it in preferably before dark tomorrow. Otherwise, we're doing okay. There's hope, even if it's just a little bit. But that's where we're at. The Contamine was quite beautiful, actually. All these little villages, you kind of want to stay for a night or two just to explore and enjoy. They're all very beautiful. So, here we go. Last climb. There is Mont Blanc. Refuge for the night. Thank goodness. A little toasty. That was tough. Day 2. Decided to cut through this valley and bypass the trail that goes up and around, and hoping, looks like I can reconnect at the end of the valley. So hopefully this turns out to be a good decision, save me some miles, some time. But we'll see. Woke up with a really bad headache, super nauseated. I was kind of forcing myself to eat and get some water down, and assuming that's just leftover from yesterday. Feeling really run down, which you'd expect after how surprisingly hard yesterday was. So here we are. Day 2, still super beautiful. Really looking forward to getting into Courmayeur this evening and seeing friends and the boys. We'll see how this day goes. That is the way I came, and up over that ridge is the route I bypassed. So it seems like a good call. Climb was still tough, but a little bit less up and down. So we're down down in a little valley. I'm down in a little valley, which always means before long we're having another tough climb. But that's okay. Absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't say the trail is busy, but still plenty of hikers. Even this early, I was on the trail at 6:45, hoping to get in a decent hour. I'm really hoping how nauseated I am is simply from the altitude, because it was around 5,000 feet the refuge last night, which isn't too high, but you're coming from sea level, maybe it's enough. Anyways, on we go. I know. I'll move on. Really beautiful waterfalls here too. They're gonna seem really small with a wide angle lens, but waterfalls everywhere. It's quite beautiful. Catching up to some people, so time to do some strategic passing. There's a big dam down below. Just starting on climb number 3 for today. Definitely have always had a lot of respect for people who are able to run UTMB all on the run of what, 43 hours or less. But holy cow, there's not a whole lot of runnable terrain for someone like me. Anyways, here we go. Just got to talk to my family, which is nice. And they had enough reception to be able to get through to them. Whew. Really looking forward to seeing them this evening. Spending some time with them. Hopefully being down closer to sea level will help for a night. That's the end of climb 3. Done and dusted. Making our way down to some sort of refuge. I was actually able to eat after 2 hours. Just a little bit, but good sign, I guess. Up over that peak. Really weren't having great views until now. It's just unbelievable. Some dizziness from the altitude as well. I noticed my balance is off, so today is turning from a trail run into a power hike. I want to be safe along the way. Make sure I get to the end. Anyways, more amazing views. It just never ends. Wow. Here we go. What a beautiful valley. So, looks like I'm about 15-ish K in. 3 hours. That's scary. I'm looking at a long day. I just got passed by about 4 trail runners. Made me really jealous because they're moving how I normally move. Able to run through the trails, but every time I try to run or just even hike the descents, my knee gets very painful. So, it's a power hike. It's gonna be a day. Hopefully I get in at a decent time. Got to see some donkeys back there, like a donkey train coming down the mountain. I was told last night at dinner that they use them to carry people's things from refuge to refuge. They don't have to carry as much. Here we are, French Alps. Couldn't be any more beautiful. In pain, but that's okay. Here we go. So, just left Blaise Chapillot. I can't remember what village is next, honestly, along the way. But we're just about to get to climb number 5 of 8 today. But it's not a bad one, only 188 meters, so that's easy peasy compared to what the rest have been. After that, 3 climbs left, but 2 of them are going to be brutal, but that's okay. Climbs don't hurt. Just getting some peek-a-view views of Mont Blanc in the distance. Mont Blanc, excuse me. So, we're doing okay. Refilled with water. Water stops are a little more frequent on this part of the route, which is nice because yesterday they were a little bit more spread out and it's definitely getting low on water a few times. A little bit of dam up here too, that's cool. Anyways, here we are. Doing well. Keep moving forward, that's all we can do. Hey goats. So, on to climb number 6 out of 8 for today. Still another 560 meters to the top. It's gonna be a doozy. I'm feeling okay. Worn out, but okay. Looking down, there seems to be these little hornets everywhere. I think I got stung a couple of times. Hard to tell what pain is what at this point. Check that out. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright. Just coming down off of Tour du Mont. It's about the toughest climb I've ever had. Now we have some storm clouds forming and some cracks of thunder. So I'm trying to get away from that as quickly as possible. Actually, people biking up here, which is crazy. Very crazy. Kids up here too. It's a heck of a climb to get up here. Anyways, we have about 300 meters of descent. We have about maybe 19k left for today. Hoping I can shorten it a little bit. We'll see. This is pretty cool. Starting to rain a bit too, which I'm okay with, as long as there's no lightning. This valley, wow, it's hard to even take it all in. Alright, looks like just about final descent. Unfortunately, it's like 1100 meters of descent, which is going to be tough on the knee. Ooh, that looks scary. Anyways, there have been some crazy cracks of thunder right above Mont Blanc, right there. And I just want to get down off this mountain because I've never heard thunder like that. It was like, it sounded like the mountain was shaking. It's incredible. I'd rather not be up here if that happens to get in the storm. Starts getting crazy. I'd rather be down than up. Got to see lots of doggos today, which is cool. A lot of people with their dogs on this section. A few Goldens. All sweet pups. Really looking forward to getting in. Not a whole lot of, I don't know, if I have to walk or hike at all, then maybe 2 more hours, maybe a little bit less. We'll see. But I am looking forward to getting down into Courmayeur and seeing everyone, because my phone hasn't been working today, so I haven't been able to update them or tell them that I'm okay. So I hope they're not worried. Anywho, on we go. Alright, day 3. Just climbed out of Courmayeur, which is a beautiful, larger village. Much larger than I expected. But I had to meet up with everyone yesterday early evening, which was awesome, and go out and get some really good food. Nice to see everybody. Get some hugs, much needed hugs. Whew. That climb I knew was going to be rough. It's almost 1,000 meters a gain of Courmayeur out of, I don't know, it was only a few kilometers, so it was pretty brutal. But now we descend for a couple of kilometers. Nothing too bad. Be able to test the knee out. Got to see a few Hoka athletes. That was cool. I got to see Ludo Pomeroy. He was moving too fast for me to say hi. And I got to meet Hillary Ann, which was cool because I've read her book. And she was super nice and even slowed down to talk to me for a couple minutes. Ask about me, which is kind of really gracious of her. Anyways, absolutely beautiful up here. Another crushing climb. Still more climbing to go, but relatively shorter day today. Only 33k on deck. Not as much climbing. So yeah, yesterday was rough. Really, really rough. Probably the hardest day I've ever had on a trail. And that includes Canyon's 100k last year, which was rough. But yesterday, those climbs were something else. So, looking forward to a little bit more of a chill day. I got that first big climb out of the way that I knew was going to be really tough. I survived it. But otherwise, feeling better now. Don't feel so nauseous, which is nice because I've been really nauseated a lot of the time, which really starting to think is just altitude adaptation, because I'm nauseous when I shouldn't be. I'm nauseous a lot. I'm getting dizzy at times. And I kind of feel like I'm fighting off a cold, even though I don't really have any symptoms of a cold, but that's what my body kind of feels like. Yeah, here we go. So this is the balcony trail along the side here. It's very beautiful, very runnable if you can run, which I cannot. Some flat sections I can get in a little bit, but otherwise it's kind of a power hike, but that's okay. They're forcing me to slow down and enjoy it more, but this is just unbelievable. I think I keep saying that, but there can't be many places like this on Earth. There's glaciers everywhere. A very beautiful section of the balcony trail. Just finishing up the third climb of the day. 3 out of 7. This balcony trail is absolutely beautiful. Not technical at all. Winding through the wildflowers. Incredible views. Just amazing. So yeah, another half kilometer of this, and then we're on to another descent. Doing pretty well considering how I felt this morning. Definitely the body has come around to accept that we're moving again today. Lots of again, thunder in the distance and dark clouds over Mont Blanc. So we'll see how that plays out. Might see some rain. Here we go. There. Just leaving Fugio Benetti. It's one of the more well-known and popular refuges on the trail from what I've read. I can see why. It's absolutely stunning here. Just that's your view. It's unbelievable. So I am just about finished my 4th climb out of 7. So that's good. Just an entire baguette sandwich and Coke. Real food seems to be much more appealing than the running nutrition that I was planning on having for the most part, and what I normally have during a race. But it's okay. At least I'm able to eat and everything. Still get big waves of nausea, but for the most part, able to get in. Not enough food, but some food. Trying to drink a ton of water. Keep up with how much I'm sweating. The climb at Courmayeur really took a lot out of me. Anywho, beautiful trail, lots of butterflies, amazing flowers, and that. Just over and over, this Mont Blanc. It's a little overwhelming at times. On we go. Okay, we're halfway down descent number 6 out of 8. So I think after this we have 2 descents, 2 climbs. Just starting the climb out of that valley. Really tough one, very steep. So, it's just, like I said, coming out of that valley. Still have a long ways to go to get out. But another 500 meters of climbing at a fairly steep descent, or ascent I should say. But there's no way really out of this valley without climbing up and over it. So here is the path we're taking, kind of traversing and climbing, and then a whole lot of switchbacks near the top. Tough climb ahead. Climb 6 of 7. There's 500 meters to go.
Maybe I try again later, but when I see you again, maybe we try again. Okay. Alright, cool.
Okay, just finished the ascent. Get up and out of that valley. It's a brutal, steep climb. Might have been the steepest climb of the week so far. So now I have a big descent. Yeah, about 850 meter down, but it's not quite as steep. So hopefully the knee will hold up okay. Definitely feeling the cumulative miles and climbing and descending at this point. Definitely moving a little slower. I'm still passing every hiker I see, but I can tell I'm moving a little slower. It's taking me a little bit longer today. I guess I shouldn't be overly surprised after how taxing yesterday was. But hopefully I can get a decent night's sleep tonight, because tomorrow it's gonna be a tough day. I'm trying not to think about it too much because I'm a little worried about it. About 40k, I can't even remember how much climbing there is for that, but if I can get through that, then the day after that it's only about 20k and I get to come and see Lens and Cameron and Oliver back where I started. So really looking forward to that.
Hey.
That was cool. Oop, there's another one. Not sure what they are. It's maybe some type of, kind of look like groundhogs that we have back home, but they're all over the side of this mountain. And they make this whistling sound, which means I've actually been hearing that for the last couple of days. I just didn't know what it was, but that was pretty cool. Where they are. So, about 6 kilometers left on this descent down, with about, just shy of 600 meters of loss. So, knee is feeling pretty angry, but would love to be able to run right now. It's such a beautiful trail, nice and buffed out. But every time I try it hurts, but that's okay. We're doing okay. But beautiful as always. We've arrived in Switzerland. This is Foray. Just a bit less than 3 kilometers down the road to Luckily. Finally hit the refuge, the shower, some food, and prep for tomorrow. This is another beautiful little area. Lots of Swiss flags everywhere. This mountain he came down up, at least part of it. Did not expect to be back on the trail, but here we are. Yeah. This is La Folie. Here we are, home for the night. Refuges in Switzerland are definitely a bit more swanky. Beautiful. So, start of day 4 in La Folie. We had a brutal night's sleep. There were people setting off fireworks for hours, little hours. And then after that, there was some thunder and lightning. It was quite loud, so didn't get a whole lot of sleep. But that's okay. Still feeling really nauseous, but that's okay. Par for the course at this point. So the refuge was really nice looking. They definitely try to keep their hotel guests separated from the like the dormitory guests of the refuge. But food was really good. Definitely the best I've had so far. They keep everything locked up until about 7 o'clock, which is tough. Like, it's hard to get out early in the morning. I like to be on the trail really early, so she couldn't even get at my shoes and poles and things like that till 7. So just prepped as much as I could, ate quickly, and on the road by about 7:15. And I've already missed the trail. Back we go. Guess I better pay attention. So, back on course. Can't have lost count of how many times the watch has saved me on route finding. I know I wouldn't get like entirely lost or anything like that. I just don't take out my phone as often because it's kind of cumbersome to get in and out of my pack. So it's been really helpful to just know I can check my watch quickly like that. There we are. A little slow on the uptake this morning, but yeah, so many times. So it's just saved me a lot of time rerouting more than anything, because I definitely had to retrace my steps a few times, but only like 50 or 60 meters, nothing serious. So it's been really helpful. Definitely one of the purchases I thought would be kind of silly for the trip at times. I was overdoing it, but it has really been really helpful. Glad I have it. Anyways, big day on deck again today. 39 kilometers. A lot of elevation gain, about over 2,400 meters. Kind of a gradual descent for the first 4K, which is nice, so I'll get everything loose and warmed up. And then I have 3 progressively difficult climbs with the last one topping out around 1,000 meters, coming up over a pass. So that one should be toughest of the day when I'm at my most tired, but again, that's okay. It'll be beautiful. Here we go again. So I think a good deal of the climbing is going to be like this today. Steeper, of course, but in the trees. I think the last one will be good, up and over a pass. We'll get some great views, but I think Mont Blanc is going to be largely hidden from sight today. The tree line. We'll see, maybe on the second climb we'll be able to see it again. So, I'm going to climb 107 today. This one's a shorty. Heading towards Champay-Lac, which I've been looking forward to ever since planning this tour. So it'll be quite beautiful there in the valley. So, we'll see. Here we go. The Swiss have some chains on their ledges, which is nice. It'd be good reassurance for people with kids, for sure. Alright, on descent number 2 already of 8. Feeling pretty good. I've been very surprised by how well my legs recover each night. My legs feel worked, but they've never felt blown. And even though they're quite worn out at the end of the day, the next morning they're ready to go again. So that's been a nice surprise. Wasn't sure how things would hold up over the days. I think the end of this one today is going to be more mental than anything. Here we go again. So I've been able to run a little bit, which is super awesome. Not a whole lot before my knee gets angry, but this section has had some like gradual ups and downs, so I can run and walk and run and walk and run and walk. So it feels good to be able to run again. On descent number 3, the beat. Another 4K to go. Doing well so far. So, on climb 3 of 7. Last one wasn't too long. Fairly steep at times though. This is going to be a shorter one. I'm trying to move as well as I can while I can before I get in the exposed climbs. It's supposed to be about 32 degrees today, so that's going to make for some tough climbing conditions. Very wooded here. Like I said, probably won't be any exposed views for quite a while. Looking forward to getting into Champlain Lac and getting a snack. Starting to feel a little bit hungry. It's nice for a change. Not feeling too nauseated right now. On y va. That was a graffitied Bentley. That was pretty cool. We have arrived in Champlain Lac. It is beautiful. And the fish are jumping. That's cool. This is a Team Club Alpine Biking Center. Cool. So, may have arrived in Champlain Lac a little bit too early. It's not quite 10 o'clock and most places seem to open for service around 11:30. So I was really hoping for a coffee and some food. I'll have to settle for my granola bar. So, still continuing the descent out of Champlain Lac. Beautiful day so far, luckily not too hot yet. Very pretty. It's all been pretty, so it's hard to coming up with different words to describe how nice it is. I've been out for about 3.5 hours now. I've intentionally every day not been really checking my mileage to see how far I am along, what kind of time I have left. I did that the first day and it just seemed like I was never going to get there dealing with that knee. So intentionally just not check mileage at all last couple of days, and today my watch will break up the run into climbs and descents, so I'm watching those because those are good little markers as to where I am for the day generally. I like being able to see how far left I have of the climbs, especially. It's just extra motivation. Being able to push myself up, knowing how much is left, how much I've done of each climb. But only 3 climbs left. 2 of them are going to be brutal. I know that going in. Just had a whole lot of food, probably too much. I know I'm burning way more than I'm consuming in the run of a day. I've been so nauseous, so the last little shop on the way to Champlain Lac happened to be open. I grabbed a baguette sandwich and a Coke, and had a granola bar just before that, so probably a little bit too much all at once. But I'm just taking it easy now so that my belly doesn't turn on me, and just enjoying the view as I make my way along. There you go. About 100 meters from the top of that fifth climb, or up in the clouds. And you can see the Chamonix Valley again. This is pretty cool. All right. So 2 climbs left, but the first one is very, very short. 37 meters, so we've gained not much at all. Definitely went off course a little there. Most have made it off course without being corrected by the watch. Dam across the way. Oh, still 250 meters up this 1,000-meter climb. Feels like it's never gonna end. Up the Col de Balme. Looks like I might be able to pick up the pace here a little bit. There we go. On y va. From all the way down there. That's the last of the monster climb. Unexpected snow bridge. Oh, that's my refuge for tonight. Where we're supposed to be. I've decided to push on. I just planned this route, the variant. Make sure I check the global heat map. Make sure it was well used, but got kind of scary. Snowbridge was a little bit nervous. That wasn't too bad, but there were 3 areas where it had landslides. I don't know how long ago it had been. the first two weren't bad, but the third one scared me. And I want nothing more than to get down this mountain and to get to Lynn's and Cameron and Oliver right now. That was a lot. On y va again. Alright, life is good again. Found water. I was dangerously low for a long time, and I definitely am more than a little dehydrated. But just found a huge waterfall. Drank a bunch of water, filled up my bottles again, my flasks. So I am happy. I feel like I will survive after all. So, on my way over to La Flagère, and then it's all descent. I think it is. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be a bit steep on the way down. But this thing is almost done and dusted. Whew. Oh, it's beautiful. Maybe some mixed feelings here, because I'm really, part of me back there was really frustrated with myself for pushing on today, making it a very big day when I could have waited it out. The bigger part of me is going to be really happy to get back today, and I don't know, definitely like happy to be close to finishing this up, but also don't want to leave the mountains. I leave this trail in part. It's just incredible. Look back there. Wow. On y va once more. Just barely see double rainbow on the way down, finishing TMB. How awesome is that? These switchbacks are fairly technical, a little bit slick from the rain today, and it's a little steep. 1.7K from Chamonix. Somehow my knee is holding up well enough to run. It's starting to hurt a bit now from running for the last little bit. But running at all at this point. Really happy with that. Anyways, almost in Chamonix. Still 190 meters to descend, so a bit of a steep descent as far as just a fire road goes. We're almost there. On y va.
Hey, Daddy.